Okay, seriously guys, grab a snack and sit down because we need to talk about the absolute meltdown happening on Royale High, TikTok, and Twitter right now. So if you guys know literally anything about the Royale High community, you would know that this fanbase is easily one of the most intense, passionate, and deeply divided groups on all of Roblox. The second a minor glitch happens, the community just instantly splits into two massive camps. On one side, you have the doomsday believers who are just convinced the game is on its literal deathbed, the devs hate us, and everything is collapsing. On the other side, you have the exhausted veterans just begging everyone to please take a deep breath and stop falling for dramatic clickbait. But of course, things officially hit a boiling point this week because of a new buzzword taking over everyone's For You page, code rotting. People are posting these super eerie videos of broken servers claiming the game is literally erasing itself from existence. So let's get straight to the point and talk about what actually is going on. Because again, the truth is way simpler than TikTok is making it out to be, and honestly this whole fake rumor might have accidentally done something amazing for the game. So I'm gonna explain this part pretty simple guys, because we're gonna talk about what even is code rot. If you ask an actual programmer, they'll tell you code rot is a real thing, but code does not literally decay. It's digital text, guys, so it cannot actually grow mold and can't catch a virus. It definitely doesn't just wake up one day and decide to spontaneously delete itself. What's actually happening comes down to two really simple things. First, there's spaghetti code. Royale High has been around for years. When the developers keep stacking brand new updates on top of old ones without fully cleaning the old foundation, the code gets super tangled like a big plate of spaghetti. If you go mess with a script in Campus 3, it might actually break a door over in Campus 2. It's just what happens to old games. Second, Roblox moved on. Okay guys, like think of Royale High like a house and Roblox is the land it's built on. Roblox is constantly upgrading its platform with new graphics, lighting, and physics. Roblox is just constantly upgrading its platform with new graphics, lighting, and physics. So the old scripts written back in 2018 or 2019 just doesn't know how to talk to the modern Roblox system anymore, which is actually really sad if you guys think about it. Like I made a TikTok about this and it went pretty viral and everyone in the comments was really sad and just so nostalgic over, you know, old Royale High. Because if you guys know, old Royale High was so peak.
Have to go look for them. Are you an angel? Yes, I'm an angel.
The lights on and off. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at my bedroom.
Campus 2 was so peak. Role-playing was such a massive part a literal decade ago where everyone was just role-playing in Royale High. It just makes me think back to the good old times and it just makes me so emotional to talk about. So let me move on to the next point. So anyway, when creators make videos saying the game is deleting its own code, they have no idea what they're actually talking about. The code isn't disappearing, it's just trying to speak an old language that modern Roblox doesn't understand anymore. So why did everyone actually start freaking out in the first place? Well, people started noticing some deeply weird, almost haunting bugs in older realms like Campus 2, Divinia Park, and the apartments.
Checking to see if they reach campus. Dakota's actually rotting. Oh, so it's true. Wait, I'm crying. I didn't think they was being for real.
So I actually played Royale High myself, and honestly, I could see what people are talking about, like the foods on the tables and stuff, and I did experience some glitching when, you know, playing the game more and just looking at the apartments, but I could see why it would set off panic in people. But that is why I'm making this video, so that, you know, people get just a simpler understanding and don't freak out. Now, yes guys, I did see a TikTok about the looping background music. and that made me really sad about the game because again, I was a really big Royale High fan. Now, if you go into the game, I'm not sure if they fixed this yet or not. I'm not sure. I think that it is actually still in the game. So if you guys go into Royale High right now, let me know if you guys can still hear the looping music because it is kind of creepy. Because the community was already feeling kind of frustrated by a lack of big updates and the communication lately, seeing these classic nostalgic realms started breaking felt like a sign. People immediately jumped to the worst conclusion possible, that the devs don't care anymore, they just abandoned everyone that supports Royale High, and that the game is just falling apart. Okay, but let's actually pause for a second and let's look at the actual reality here, because context is everything and the internet is notoriously terrible at showing empathy. Now, logistically speaking, older realms are always going to be a low priority for dev team when a game is this massive. Most players are just hanging out in the newer content, and you guys know that Royale High and just, games and Roblox in general get a lot of new players and especially younger players. So the developers, of course, are going to focus on new things and just making newer updates. So they're not really worried about, the older realms and just the older parts of the game, which I know is heartbreaking, especially for the older Royale High fans, the veterans like you and me. Okay, let me stop being dramatic for a second. Digging through years of old spaghetti code to fix a minor bug takes a ton of time and money. But much more importantly, we have to look at what the Royale High team has been dealing with behind the scenes. The developers have been going through an incredibly heavy, tragic time, publicly mourning the loss of a beloved team member. The team rightfully stepped back from social media and intense work to grieve and take care of their mental health. When the code rot drama reached a boiling point, some statements from the team started circulating. Honestly, the community's reaction was a total mixed bag. Some players felt the responses were a bit passive-aggressive, basically giving off the vibe of, oh, you guys only care about these bugs because it's a trendy TikTok topic to doom post about. Now, on one hand, you can see why players felt a bit, dismissed. But on the other hand, let's also focus on the dev side and that, they are dealing with a real-life grief while thousands of people are just screaming at them over cafeteria food glitches. And the wildest part is that the bugs are literally being fixed. The food glitch has already been quietly patched in newer servers, and it wasn't already permanently ruined. It just needed a quick code rewrite. Sadly, the drama got incredibly toxic. Commentary creators who tried to defend the devs or, just explain the tech side were completely dogpiled, harassed, and some even got literal death threats. The internet completely forgot that these are real humans behind the screens. So I just want to take a moment, guys, and really focus in on the devs and just the harassment they've been getting over this, and let's not dogpile more hatred on them because they are really just focusing on the game and they are trying to do their best to fix the code rot. So I just think as a collective we just have to be patient, because thousands of videos flooded TikTok talking about Campus 2 and how it was dying and rotting away. A massive wave of intense nostalgia hit the OG players. Millions of people who hadn't logged into Royale High in months or even years suddenly thought, wait, I need to log back in and see my childhood realm one last time before it's gone forever. And that is a bit dramatic to say because, it's not going to be gone forever, but you guys know what I mean. And of course, the video that I made, I will be inserting some comments here that I just really agree with. And they're just heartbreaking to see because, nostalgia is such a heartbreaking feeling to have, especially if it was most of your childhood. But it is a beautiful thing at the same time because you can always go back and visit these games and, see how it was before. And, oftentimes I really think about 2016 and I really just wish that we had old Royale High back and we just had old Roblox games back in general. But realms like Campus 2, which used to have totally dead empty servers, suddenly became, packed. And when I say packed, I just mean, it had a few more players. I don't mean like totally packed where everyone was role playing, which I mean, I wish that was the scenario, but unfortunately it's not. But I do see that Campus 2 actually has more players than the newer campus, which I just think is incredible and is a result of what TikTok has done. And just, everyone just revisiting the old campuses makes me so happy. The fear of losing the game actually revitalized the community and brought everyone back together. So what's the final verdict? Is Royale High code rotting? Technically, if we're talking about old scripts, losing compatibility with new Roblox updates, yes. But in the way the internet is using it, meaning the game is broken forever, abandoned and deleting itself, absolute fiction and just absolutely not true. It's just a flashy, dramatic TikTok buzzword used to make a normal bug look like the apocalypse. And you know what? I think it's pretty funny when people say code rotting, because I even believed that that was a thing before I even, researched it. But I think it's important that we take the time to actually see, oh, what even is code rotting and is this actually true? Because of course, TikTok loves to drag things and just make them something else that they're just not. So Royale High definitely has its flaws, but it's not rotting away. If anything, this drama has proved how much people still love this game and the memories they made in it. But I want to know, what do you guys think? Was the community being completely dramatic, or were the complaints valid? Drop your thoughts in the comments, keep it respectful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!